Hi everyone, my name is Sequoia. I use she and her pronouns. I'm a social worker and a yoga practitioner. I also do energy readings, intuitive energy readings, using tarot cards, oracle cards, numerology, and a few additional um, types of practices to support healing, reflection. And so I wanted to do something a little fun and do a energy reading for Earth Day today. I have a deck that has an Earth card in it, and so I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about Earth and see where, pull on some energy and see where our current energetic connection is to Earth, and then how we can improve that energetic connection to Earth. We have been going through the pandemic for a year now, a little over a year now. And so we've definitely seen the impacts of not only being in the pandemic, but feels like we've been paying attention more or seeing how different natural disasters and also weather and things like fires and how long we've navigated snow and or not navigated snow, but the different, how do I want to describe that, the different ways that our seasons have shifted, right? And so we're moving out of winter. We've moved out of winter in certain places, still moving out of winter in other places. And what that has looked like, right? There have been earthquakes. Um, there's also been, let's see, I see it, fires, right? So it's just been interesting to see, different things happening with animals, and the way that they've been migrating or not migrating, being out and seeing more animals and things in the community because we're not out and about per se as much as we were. Um, okay. So, yeah, I wanted to see what our current energetic connection is to Earth and then how we can improve that connection to Earth. And this spread has been modified from one that I saw on Instagram. I'll link that information in the description box below so you can check that out. Please please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I do energy readings around healing from different aspects of mental health. And so you may be interested in those things. I'll also, continue to put up readings such as this to tap into certain energies depending on what's going on. So let's get started. So we talked about nature. We talked about different kind of natural disasters and occurrences that have been going on and folks monitoring those things. Um, At the bottom of this earth card, one of the main kind of words associated with that is lessons. And so I think that that is a pretty interesting, like, overall energy to um, an interesting overall energy to incorporate into the reading. So what this is giving me right now is we got a little bit of green, we got a lot of pink going on. So we got some healing that needs to happen. And it feels like that's what the earth is attempting to do right now. We got the King and the Queen of Wands out here. Yeah, still all that green energy and pinks. Okay, so hmm, Okay. The energy that I'm getting for Earth Day is we, the collective society, is in a relatively challenging place. We're learning lessons about how we are or are not good community members. What popped into my head was mutual aid. One of the things that has been a lesson during the pandemic is how much we need each other. And we've seen that in the increase in mutual aid resources. And for folks that aren't familiar with the word mutual aid, what that means is an effort, a community effort, grassroots effort, local effort to combine resources so that community members that are in need have access to whatever those resources or supports are. That's been in the form of, money, funding, access to funding without barriers, access to food without barriers, clothing, healthcare, things of that sort. And so what the energy feels like related to Earth Day is a space of reflection, reorientation. So thinking more about how have folks, shifted their perspectives around community gardens, herbs, how we are birthing our children, things that we go to the doctor for as opposed to, utilizing some of the local resources that we may have, um, more integrative practices. Mhm. This King and Queen of Wands being here. Also, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands. I didn't show y'all the cards, so I'm going to do that. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So this energy gives me what the current energetic connection is. Mother Earth, Gaia is asking us to be more balanced in the actions that we take, be more passionate in the actions that we take related to the earth, related to climate change, related to, again, environmental justice, even. Here's this other nod towards duality with the Two of Wands, making a decision about how to move forward, coming up with a plan. I'll also show you, one of the keywords at the, over here, one of the keywords at the bottom of the Earth card is duality, right? And we have counterparts, King and Queen energy, masculine and feminine energy, yin and yang showing up in the cards, and also the Two of Wands, which also, is a representation of duality. hmm So that is the message related to current energetic connection to Earth, thinking about how we can be more balanced. What are the things that we need? We've seen a lot of folks, have come together related to mutual aid around community gardens. I think that that's going to be a huge thing that balances out the earth and the energy of the earth right now. The next question is, how do we improve the connection to earth? So we have the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. We think about how we can improve the connection to earth. This energy gives me, again, that mutual aid kind of energy, especially with the owl being here, and that represents wisdom, taking different things that we've learned from the ancestors, from indigenous practices, and actually putting them, putting it into action. Many of the things that we read up on, many of the things that have been passed down to us, related to stories or in our bloodlines or, things that other folks have told us about where we come from, what our ancestral and indigenous practices have been, and actually integrating, embodying that energy, stepping into that way of life. Could be, co-living, working on a farm, things of that nature. So the message related to how can we improve our connection to earth, the energy feels like it's saying and urging us to center the things that we need, center the things that ground us, center the things that allow us to utilize the lessons, our powers, things that we're confident in, things that, um, honor not only our higher self, but the self that we're proud of. Okay, I'm back. The things that we're proud of. Yeah, making that decision to live fully in a new lifestyle potentially. And that this could be this could be making the decision about, not eating so much meat, going vegan, vegetarian, not eating so much dairy, consuming so much dairy, thinking about where our food comes from, right? We know how chickens and cows are, kept related to, you know, our processes for manufacturing and butchering food and having access to those things, thinking about it really in this day, what our contribution is to that. hmm hmm We have a lot of fire energy here, which feels like, we go from the 2 to the 7 and then into the King and the Queen of Wands. So it feels like this energy is also saying, as a collective, we made plans. This brings me to, it makes me think of AOC and her green plan, the new, I don't think it was called the New Deal, but her green plan. We have, certain again, we have certain plans in place. We need to look at them and put them into action. hmm As a community, we have things that we can do. We have things that we can return to. We can also imagine, and transform, reimagine some of those things, reorient to some of the practices that we were engaging in the past and being practical. Yep. Hmm. I feel like that's where I want to stop. It feels like that's the message for Earth Day. Yeah, the time is now for us to utilize the things that we have. We have everything that we need. These staffs, the wands in both the king and the queen's hands, let me know that we have those things. We have the knowledge, we have the skills. It's just about stepping forward, having courage. The lion in the background makes me feel like, we need to have courage and strength, maybe to propose, radical practical plans. Look at that. I just said strength. To have the courage and the strength from the lion being on the background. We turn the deck over and we got the strength card at the bottom. That's it. Yep. Strength card at the bottom because that's what our family needs. That Ten of Pentacles can represent family, but it feels like, having the strength and the courage to potentially propose different radical plans that will be progressive and push um, more intentional practices around how we are consuming and utilizing resources is for our families in the future, is for generations to come. And we need to have some movement. We'll have victory. It'll be a little challenging, but we planted plenty of seeds. We planted plenty of seeds that will take a little bit of time, but we're in the right place and we have everything that we need to do that. Thank you all. This was really insightful for myself. I hope that it resonated with you all. I hope that it was supportive. Please like, share, and subscribe. All of my information will be in the description box below. And yeah, let me know what you think about this type of reading. I really enjoyed tapping into earth energy and seeing where we are and kind of what we need. Hopefully, it's giving you a perspective around, oh, and I have to mention this, um, zero waste, sustainability. Yeah, zero waste and sustainability. That's what these plans are about. Zero waste and sustainability. And again, thinking about the way that we um, the ways that the practices that we utilize here related to our food. That's what this energy is giving me. Okay. That's it for real. I see some lilac and lavender back there. Um, that's it. um, yes, Spirit is saying that's it for real this time. Okay. Thank you all. I hope that that resonated. Let me know what you think. If you've been thinking about these things too, have you been composting? Um, are you interested in composting? Have you been considering composting? Have you thought about, being a zero waste household? What sustainability looks like for a recycling project in the community, right? So that all aligns with, again, that reorienting to practices that we've already had in the past that maybe we've gotten away from because of funding, but the energy now is, embracing more of those things and the value is seen in those things. Thank you.